What's going on?
Nothing's going on. I'll enjoy in the jacuzzi. With the bubbles.
The good part was that this weekend we had a great weekend at my uncle's house. We were hanging out in the jacuzzi. There's my uncle up there. There's my cousin Adam. Love you guys. We had a great time over your house this weekend. But now, let's get serious. All right, so here you go. So what happens when you let your dog trainer live in your RV because he's homeless living in a hotel and you want to be a nice guy? His pit bull rips apart your RV, pulls the door in. You can see all the stuff all over the stairs, all the foam, whatever's inside that door. His pit bull rips apart the door. You can see the little fort that he built around the RV. Whatever, I don't know what that's going to do if the dog can rip apart the door, but his pit bull rips apart your RV. Not to mention when you let him live in your house and his dog tears apart your RV. Now you see those two leashes that he has, the one that he's walking Haley with and the one that's hanging off his right side. I paid $50 for each one of those. Well, those are missing too. That's what happens when you let somebody live in your house and he says, hey, can I borrow the leashes? So here it is. So everybody's asking me, where is the Dog Handling Dojo? How come he hasn't been in your videos? He wasn't in my videos. I mean, he has been in some of my videos, but he's been living in my RV for what, a couple months? So I'm looking at Adriana over there. So he's been living in my RV for a couple months because he was homeless. He was living in a hotel, and I decided to be a nice guy and say, hey, don't worry about it. I got my RV over here. You can live in my RV until you find a place to stay. So here's what happens.
Dog Handling DOJO's getting ice cream right now.
Too fattening for me.
I know how I'm gonna die.
How come Adriana doesn't have any ice cream?
I asked her, she wanted one.
No ice cream? She's got ice cream in the fridge.
I literally forgot to get something at the store, and we just pulled in, and I saw the ice cream go by, and the kid in me said, ice cream! And she stopped.
So after letting him borrow $400 once that he was supposed to give me back in a week, that I never got, then because he was 2 months behind on his car payment, I let him borrow another $500, which took 2 weeks to pay back. Okay. Then, because he also, not only does he do training, but he also does, what's it called, home, I don't know, babysitting, whatever you want to call it, daycare, whatever you call it with dogs. When Adriana and I went to Bahamas, he had my dogs for those couple weeks, so we paid him for that. But whatever, he needs crates for that. What's it called when he took the dogs to the daycare? The camp. That's what he calls it. The camp. Boot camp. Thank you. He calls it boot camp. So basically, what ended up happening is his dog tore apart one of his cages in my RV. So I let him borrow one of my cages.
And the collar.
Oh, the collars. Thank you. And then what ended up happening? Then he asked me. He goes, "Man, Paul, you know, a lot of my money is from the boot camp. Do you mind if I have another dog over here?"
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. As long as I have female dogs, as you guys know, because I like the female dogs because they pee on the grass. The male dogs pee all over the house and all that stuff. And I told them that. I said, as long as the dogs don't pee all over the house or whatever it is, which we caught them, which they did, exactly, thank you. But whatever, I said, sure, if that's what makes you money, let me let you borrow another cage. So I let him borrow 2 cages while he was living here for his boot camp. And then when he didn't pay me back, well, he paid me back the first $500 after arguing many times. He still owes me the $400. And then when I asked him to leave, now I said, I was watching the video cameras at the house and I see him packing up the cages. So I called Adriana and I said, hey, do me a favor, can you ask him about the cages? So here's the video when she asks him about the cages to leave the cages.
Hello. ¿Será porque acabo de llamar si eso existe la pareja.
Sí.
Él me estaba llamando solo como para confirmar que si le hacía el favor de dejarla.
Ya, está bien, entonces, pues. Yo creo que sí, por una hora.
¿Ah?
We're gonna be here for like another hour, it's okay. But if you want to sit back and move that in, you can.
¿De qué está hablando?
Do you want to move the bed?
Ah, no.
Okay,
No.
yeah. We're good, then. Gracias.
Listo.
Well, so I'm sorry that these videos are like bad quality, but they're copies of copies. I can find the original video if I really need to. But basically what happened was, I mean, as you can hear in the video, he's saying that he's going to leave the cage because I was in the office and I'm looking at the video and I see that the cages are laying on the ground and looks like he's about to take the cages. So I called Adriana at home and I said, hey, do me a favor, go ask Bird if he's going to leave the cages because those are my cages. And as you see here, he says, yes, he's going to leave the cages. But now, when you look at the next video, he didn't leave the cages.
All right, what's funny? I got the cold weather package. For what? I'm here. For what? For Florida. I'm here. I got the cold weather package, the tech package, and the sport package. But for what? I'm already here. I bought that car with the intention of moving to Jersey.
So as you see here, which he said he was going to leave the cage or crate, whatever you want to call it, he's taking it to the car, and there's the reflection of the window. He's putting it in a car. So he said he was going to leave it, but apparently he didn't. So now I got a $100 or more door that's ripped up in my RV. I have $400 that he still hasn't paid me back. I have two $50 leashes that I paid for that he borrowed and doesn't want to give back to me. $450.
I'll let you know tomorrow.
When do I get it?
I'll let you know tomorrow.
You'll tell me tomorrow. Okay,
tomorrow.
You'll tell me tomorrow. So that video that you saw right there, that was September 13th. It was $450. He'll let me know tomorrow. Basically what he did was he gave me $50 tomorrow, and I'm still owed to this day $400. So now the sad part is when he was living here, we were supposed to do a video. I was supposed to make a promotional video for him. I was going to give him a good review so he can, get more customers or whatever it is. But now, in the link below, I mean, I'm putting his Facebook page where I was supposed to put the review. I mean, I don't know what kind of review should I put right now. I don't know what to do. But help me out with this.
Well, guys, here with Chloe, taking a walk. You said she likes to chase cars, right? Well, here we are in the middle of traffic. And Haley, not Chloe, isn't going anywhere. Now, she don't like it, but she ain't moving. That's just the start. But we gotta start somewhere, right? Like I said, she don't like it, but she ain't going nowhere but right next to me. Haley, come. Wait. Right next to me. That's what we want, though, to start that. Your dogs are going away from you. You got to teach them to be next to you at all times. That is a safety command. So I'm on leash. Oh, hear that motorcycle that just went by? Only thing she did was look. Nice big motorcycle. Only thing she did was look. But you have to practice this well. You can't leave it to its own device. All right, talk to you later.
So here's one of the videos that he sent me when we were in the Bahamas. And he told me he doesn't use a shock collar. But when we were at the house and I was driving the motorcycle around the block and Haley went running to chase me, and all of a sudden she squeaked and ran back to him. There was a shock collar on her, but he said, I don't use the shock portion. I just use the vibrate portion. So I don't know. I don't have one of those collars. So I don't know if there's a vibrate portion on there or not. But I don't think she would have squeaked that loud if he only used the vibrate portion on that collar. But look at that video and judge for yourself to see. Look at her here. Does she look like she's on the vibrate portion, or does she look like she's on a shock portion here? So now he sends us this video and he says, look how good she's doing. Can you do me a favor? Can you go to my Facebook page and can you just give me a 5-star review? Because we're doing so well. And just give me a 5-star review, and we appreciate referrals. And well, I was referred to him by somebody in this way too. Hey, I love you. But I appreciate your referrals, and can you please look how well she's doing? Can you please give me a 5-star review? Not to mention, because he was in my driveway talking on the telephone to people also. I don't give my dog treats. We don't carry treats. We give them a ball. We don't carry, okay, every single time that he was here, and for some of you that have had him training your dog, this might sound familiar. We don't give treats. I don't give my treats. Give treats to the dog. We give him a ball to play with, like the police academy videos or whatever. Let me tell you something. Every single time that he had the dog, he had a big old bag of beef something treats hanging off of it, and all the dogs would sit there and take their nose and stick it up his crotch because they followed him around because of the treats. I mean, I'm not saying that's good or bad or whatever it is, but it was just funny listening to the phone calls when he's in my driveway talking to people. You don't give your treat. Everybody has stuff to say. I don't know. What am I getting at here? But whatever. Long story short, there were treats. I didn't see any balls. Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Okay, just so you know, you're on a recorded line, so.
Okay, no problem. How you doing?
Okay, so what'd you come up with getting my money back?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay.
Yeah.
2 weeks from today, which is what? What's today's date?
2 weeks. 2 weeks from whatever today's date is.
Okay. Oh, okay. Where are my cages?
Where are your cages?
Right. You had 2 of my cages that Adriana checked and asked you, and you said you're leaving them, right?
Hello. Será por me acabo de llamar. ¿Cierto que usted la pareja?
Sí.
Él me estaba llamando solo como para confirmar que si le hacía el favor de dejarla.
No. I didn't tell her I was leaving anything. Where the hell are you getting this information from?
It's on the video that's outside there, and you know they're my cages, aren't they?
Right, but that video isn't video is what you see. That's not what I said. Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Whose cages are they?
So you're hearing all this information and making up your own words that aren't true.
Whose cages are they? You borrowed 2 cages. He hung up. Unfortunately, here's where I missed the first part of the phone call, and honestly, I can't even tell you because it was a week ago or whatever. I don't remember what was said in this. I forgot to press record. But again, he knows that I was on a recorded line, and this is what happened. Okay. Again.
I want to respect you, act like it.
Okay.
Punk shit.
Okay. So.
I'll give you your money in 2 weeks. Stop sending your concubine to send messages so you can sit back and say, what's that true? Stop it. Put that one on record.
Whose cage is it?
Stop sending your concubine to send messages that aren't fucking true.
Whose cage is it?
You hear my voice now, right?
Whose cage is it?
Stop the games.
Whose cage?
I hope you hear my voice. Stop the games.
What time are you going to be here?
Paul, I'm not coming to you today. I'm busy taking care of my family. This ain't about you no more. Stop the shit. I told you 2 weeks I gave you your fucking money. Stop the shit.
You stole my cage. You stole.
No, I did not. No, I did not. Paul, you're a fucking liar. And that's on fucking tape. You're a fucking liar and you know it.
You stole my cages.
And you put your fucking woman up to say that too. You're a fucking liar. And that's on tape. How about that shit? You fucking liar.
Whose cages are they? So now after he hung up on me, he calls me back. I didn't get to answer it because I was busy in the office. But here goes the next part.
Yeah, Paul.
As you know, I'm recording. You called me again? What's going on?
Whatever. Anyway, with your internet stuff and everything like that, listen to me. I got your mom on play this game the right way. Not two hurt bitches, okay? As men together, face to face. I'm gonna give you your money in 2 weeks. I didn't steal any motherfucking thing from you. All my kids. And you're not gonna play that, whether you're recording it or not. And it's not fucking true.
Well, you know I'm recording it, and you know that your dog ripped up my cage. I don't need to shut up. Okay, your dog ripped up your cage, and I let you borrow my cage because I'm a nice guy. And now you stole my cage. So we'll see what happens about you stealing stuff from me. Because your homeless family, I gave you a free place to live, and you stole from me.
And I tried to tell you, no, I did not. You're a fucking liar. And I tried to tell you I appreciated that, and now you want to start these fucking games.
Okay.
I knew you people were just like this. That's why I didn't want to do it in the beginning. Because I knew you people were just like this. But like I said, don't take my kindness for weakness, dude.
I take strangers. I let homeless strangers stay in my house.
You're a fucking liar, dude. I didn't feel nothing from you. And you sat back and tried to pull a fucking game or whatever it is right now because you're unhappy. I owe you $400. On record. On record. I owe you $400. And you said yesterday you told me you want to date with me. And I said I would give it to you today. And I'm going to tell you today, in 2 weeks I'm going to give you $400. All that other bullshit you're trying to play is out the fucking window. I'm not going to go for it.
When I let you borrow my cages, and I let you because your dog messed up your cage. See, he hung up again. He hung up again.
So we're gonna play this game the right way. Not two hurt bitches, okay? As men together, face to face. I'm gonna give you your money in 2 weeks. I didn't steal any motherfucking thing from you.
That was perfect. We're not going to go through our bitches. We're going to meet face to face. So you see on the 15th, I say, when do you want to meet face to face? It was your idea. Let's do it. On the 16th, when do you want to meet with me? On October 1st, do you have time to meet up with me? On October 2nd, waiting on your response to meet up with me. So now, Wednesday, October 3rd, still waiting patiently on your words and promises. You said you will meet with me face to face like a man. You said you will pay me in 2 weeks, which was supposed to be 4 days ago. When do you expect to meet up? He sends me a message back saying, you're like a big-ass kid. I said, you're 100% correct. I am a big-ass kid, but a responsible one. So now show me what a man you are and what your word really means. So he says, stop playing with my phone, bro. So I thought it was perfect because, okay, he doesn't want to play on the phone, so let's meet face to face. Isn't that what you said you really want to do? What's his response? I'm unable to see you right now. Stop playing on my phone. So then I send him a message back saying, well, I'll have to listen to the recording because if I remember correctly, you said that real men meet up face to face.
So we're gonna play this game the right way. Not two hurt bitches, okay? As men together, face to face.
So here it is now, October 10th. I still haven't met him face to face. But anyway, after that, what do I say? I say, so what do you call the ones that make promises and break them and are afraid to meet up face to face, but can make up excuses? I call them irresponsible cowards because at this point, yeah, I'm a little pissed and all these promises, I'll meet you face to face, whatever it is, I still haven't met him. So he says, definitely not afraid. Like I said, I am unable to meet with you. So I say, well, when would you like to meet up? When I'm able, he says. I said, okay, so you're a busy man. I have some time. I'll drive over to meet you so you're not inconvenienced. Tell me when you want me to come and what time and obviously where you are. So now Thursday, October 4th, since I haven't gotten a message, I say, well, apparently you're too busy to even respond. No big deal. So give Stacy, which is his wife, the money because the next time she's working, I'll be there to get it. Thanks so much. She works at a restaurant over on International Drive. She's one of the servers. No response. So now Saturday, which was Saturday, October 6th, I sent a message saying, because I ended up calling over there and she wasn't working. So I said, I guess she's not working today. So how about if I give you my PayPal so we can make it easier for all of us? Nothing. Just to remind you, you also have the leashes that I paid you $50 for. along with the 2 cages that you took from my house, not to mention still waiting for the repair on my RV door that your dog ripped apart. No response. So Sunday, October 7th, I sent them a message saying, tonight's the last chance I'm going to give you to meet up, to meet with me like a man so you can tell your story. That's what you said men do, meet face to face. If not tomorrow, then I'm going to post a video and ask advice from my subscribers. So yes, I'm going to ask you guys, what should I do? Should I put a review on the link that I have in the description to his Facebook page? Should I blow it off? Should I be scared for my life? Should I worry that he knows my routine around the house and he might come here and do something? Or should I just move on and delete this video?